Good morning, good afternoon I should say. It's Kris Gethin here, obviously, answering questions exclusively, so please keep it exclusive, to the hardcore video trainer that dropped last night. So hopefully some of you guys got to it on time. Obviously people in the US did so. People in Australia maybe got to you a little bit late. However, I'm based in the US, so you are gonna have to run around me, I'm afraid. But if you do have any questions, any concerns, any confusion in regards to the video trainer, let me know. Throw your questions to me. So as you would have noticed, you have the first week. Before you ask, on Friday, maybe Saturday, you will have the second week, and this will happen at a cadence week by week. You will only get the week a couple of days before. I know in the past we have uploaded loads of them, or all of them, but not this time, I'm afraid, because we are still editing. This video trainer has turned out to be a beast. Jimmy, yes, rice cakes are on the plan, but you know, I wouldn't eat them all the time. You'll notice throughout the video trainer I didn't eat them all the time. Can I eat Nutrition Solutions? Yes, you can. So if you contact Nutrition Solutions and tell them I'm on the hardcore video trainer, they'll custom a plan specifically for you. Do we calculate our macros based on current weight or lean body weight? No, your lean body weight. Been a long time without training and looking to kickstart with a big weight loss. 4 weeks of shred, times 2 or 8 week one. What do you advise? Probably the 8 week one if you are interested in building muscle at the same time. If it is just purely fat loss, I'd go 4 weeks to shred, but I wouldn't do 2 back to back. Jimmy, is the program free? Why are you asking all these questions, Jimmy, when all you have to do is click on Cage Muscle and you'll see it there? You know, do a little bit of homework yourself, buddy. I did day 1 today, almost puked, and now I'm walking like I'm drunk. Thanks, man, anytime. Kris, what is your morning routine with the apple cider vinegar? You add Cage Muscle glutamine, and what else? Do you mix all these together? Yes, I do that. The organic lemon juice, the glutamine, BCAAs, and a hydrocharge. How much cardio is there per day on the 8 week trainer? If you look at the 8 week trainer, you'll know that answer. Lee, is there only 2 cardio sessions, or is there AM, PM after the workout? No, you have to do one in the morning and you have to do one in the evening, but never ever do one immediately before your workout. Kris, wanted to make sure, should the protein and carbs be weighed before cooking, and how do you figure out your lean body weight? You're gonna have to have your body fat taken, and once you have your body fat taken, ask the people there that are doing it to figure out your lean body mass for you. Any input on some kind of wheat breads or naans in the nutrition? No, there isn't. I need to finish a 12 week trainer before the 8 week one, correct? No, that's up to you. Jimmy, what's your name? Jimmy, if you ask me one more stupid question, I'm banning you off here. Is caffeine addicting in the long term? Yes, it can be, but I use a pure organic green bean caffeine, which I don't think is. Not sure if it was asked, but are the workouts revealed weekly? Yes, I've just mentioned that. What's the thought behind calculating protein to lean body mass? It's to maintain muscle and build muscle. Who measures body fat? You can go to pretty much any gym, any fitness center, and they'll measure your body fat. So I weigh 310, and very overweight. Lean body weight is 170, so I calculate based on 120 because it seems that's a very low amount of calories. Yeah, it is a low amount of calories, there's no doubt about it, but it's enough to build muscle based on your protein, because let's not talk about calories now. We're not talking calories, we're talking protein macros, and we're talking carb macros. Completely entirely different. Hey Kris, killed the workout today. Sorry if I missed this, but how many scoops of glutamine, BCAAs, and hydrocharge do you put in your gallon jug? I'll put 4 scoops of glutamine, 3 scoops of BCAAs, and 3 scoops of hydrocharge. Will there be fats in a diet later on in the hardcore trainer? No. Naturally occurring fat, so your steak and your salmon, and you can have your omegas. So take your omegas in the morning and night. I like to go for around 1,000 of EPA and DHA. Any tips for diet with someone with GI issues? You should be fine on this diet, mate. Is zero fat Greek yogurt allowed for protein on this program? No. Can I have strawberry with oats for breakfast in doing a 12-week hardcore trainer? I'm only talking about the 8-week trainer here, buddy. Is tuna acceptable replacement for tilapia? Yes. Is nutrition plan good for endomorphs? Yes, there is. Will there be an app for the phone? Yes, in several weeks. My son wants to do the hardcore trainer with me. Any age limitations on your supplements? Thanks, man. I wouldn't give it to anybody under 16 really, but HydroCharge, for instance, I have my little 3-year-old niece on that, so it depends what supplement you're talking about. Are shoulder exercises that are behind the head, putting the shoulders in compromising positions? Don't want to injure my shoulder again. Thanks. Well, if it's a very simple answer. If it hurts your shoulder, don't do it. If it doesn't hurt your shoulder, then it's fine. What will be the protein calorie count for each meal be? Well, it's all explained on the video series. I see there's no red meat on the grocery list other than that 1 a day steak on the meal plan. Also, no Greek yogurt. Reasoning? Steak, well, I don't want you to have too much fat in the diet. Once a day is absolutely fine. And I don't want you to have Greek yogurt. I don't want you to have dairies on this plan. I'm going to give one of your programs a try. I'm excited to get this started. Where can I send the before and after pics? If you see the startup plan on cagemuscle.com, you can see the competition. That's where you submit your before and after pictures. You have until the 9th. Do you take clean burn before your morning cardio, or is it okay to take after evening workout? Yeah, you have to take it 3 times a day. So it doesn't matter when, you know, maybe about 30 minutes before my meals I do. Still confused. How do you measure your food? So when it comes to your food, you cook it after, you weigh it after cooking, except for your oats, you would weigh that before. I'm 2 weeks into DTP and it's been a good program before. Should I stay on or switch to 8 weeks? It's up to you. You list 4 different types of fish. Unfortunately, I'm allergic. Good alternative, you don't have to have fish. Have chicken if you want. I just stick to mainly a pescatarian diet on it. Hi Chris, twists once a day at 150 or twice a day? Twice a day, so you need 300. Is it sufficient? No, 150 to begin with, you'll go 300 after. Is it sufficient to determine lean body mass based on personal scale? No. What can I eat cottage cheese with? I don't know, whatever you want. Why does your plan have cardio twice a day? Why differ than your muscle building trainer? Because this is more prioritized towards fat loss. Can you interchange AM and PM lifts? Yeah, it doesn't matter when you train. I don't give a shit when you train. I'm pretty overweight. Should I still calculate macros the same or reduce? I just finished doing the carbs for the first day. About to do supersets for the abs. Just wanted to say how much I respect Kris. I can tell this is going to be another great one. Thank you very much, Courtney. If we are doing the contest, do we have to wait till the 9th? No, you can do it between now and the 9th. After the 9th, the contest closes. Are apples acceptable to eat on this diet? Tom, did you see apples on this diet? If not, that means it's not acceptable. Can you do lift cardio without any breaks in between? No, you have to have your cardio split up between AM and PM. Do we count the post-workout shake in our total daily calorie protein allowance, or is it just extra? No, it's extra on your training days. How long should I wait before taking pre-caged after a meal? About an hour. Do we have to eat fish? Do we have to eat fish? Can we use chicken and steak as protein? Yeah, that's absolutely fine. How long do you take off from training after getting a new tattoo? I don't take any time off, never have. Is it 1 a day steak or salmon, or one or the other? One or the other. Only do your programs and lost 200 pounds. Can't wait to do the 8 weeks. That's awesome. You've lost 200 pounds. That's great, David. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. Can you split the workout days so it's not 5 days straight, 2 days on, 1 day off? As long as you get 5 days in the week, that's fine. Is it acceptable to cook meals with a bit of coconut oil, or should we use spray? Use spray or throw in a grill. Do you prefer specific potato or rice, or does it not really matter? I prefer to have brown rice, and I prefer to have sweet potato. Is Clean Burn not available in the UK? No, it isn't. That's why you order the L-carnitine, and if you want, with the caffeine. Drink a gallon of water per day on top of PIP stack, or including PIP on top. Red Hot and PB2 okay for meal plan. Red Hot and PB2 a little bit maybe. Where do I look to find the specifics for the amounts of each food should I be taking in the plan? You'll see it in the nutrition overview plan. Can we have low-fat salad dressing with a hardcore nutrition plan? Yes. Very, very little though. Can we have low-fat? Not a question. Thank you. Not a question. Just wanted to say a massive thanks. Sorry guys.
No, thank you.
I appreciate the trainer and info. I can drag that one if you want, Han. Thank you. By personal scale, I mean a scale that I own that has lean body mass readings, as opposed to going to a gym or other place to get a reading done. If it tells you your body fat and you know what your lean body mass is, if it's accurate, if it's proven as accurate, then for sure. Thanks, Kris. David, my legs are absolutely smoked after today. This is going to be awesome. Thank you. Don't need to count calories. Just protein or carb enough. Yes, don't worry about calories, worry about your protein macros and your carb macros. You said no dairy, but on a grocery list there is cottage cheese. Yeah, fat-free cottage cheese, very low. You know, I'm thinking mainly for the vegetarians. Is there any way to get the new trainer without the register for the challenge? Of course, you don't have to register for the challenge. There's thousands upon thousands of people that are already following this. I think we had 20,000 people within the first hour. A lot of people haven't done the competition, especially those that aren't living in the US. Looking forward to trying this. Your other trainers are awesome. If restricted on substitute to cost funds, would it be essential? Nothing's essential. It's not essential that you train. It's not essential that you stick to the diet. However, if you want to increase your recovery, if you want to increase your performance, if you want to increase your muscle fat, your muscle gains, if you want to improve the speed of your fat loss, then you will follow everything exact. I'm thinking of going on to your products. Can you tell me what's difference between yours and what I'm taking now from Matrix Nutrition? I could tell you a whole long list of what's different between Caged Muscle and any other supplement brand out there, so I suggest you go to Caged Muscle and educate yourself, because there's a big difference. 2.25 times 1.28 will give me protein in grams. Yes, it will, but I don't know if that is your lean body mass. I assume it is. Sean says, can you do HIIT cardio instead of steady state, instead of to save time? No, you can't. Do you count recage in daily calories? A lot of people asking. Yeah, on your training days. Obviously, you're going to have it on your training days, so your calories will be slightly higher on your training days than not on your non-training days. Is peanut butter okay on a diet? Ed, is peanut butter written on the diet? If it's not, then no, you can't. What is the alternative to hack squats, as is not one in my gym? Maybe do squats with a Smith machine with your legs, your feet directly underneath. Is potato an acceptable carb? I notice you wrote yam and potato, but see you mentioned sweet potato more often. I prefer sweet potato, but yeah, you can have potato. I teach spin, which is pretty high intensity. The class is still 45 minutes long. I do about 4-7 a week. How should I count that? I feel like adding the 2 a day on top, that may be excessive. Yes, it would be. You'd have to count one of those as your cardios, obviously. A spin class is fine for cardio. I did it for a couple of times. When you meal prep, how many days at a time do you usually make? You can make several, but you'll notice throughout that diet, mostly I was eating nutrition solutions, so I had like 5 to 7 days at a time. Hey Kris, thanks for making the 8-week trainer. Cannot wait to transform with your guidance. Was wondering if you did any warm-up sets, and if so, how many? Yes, of course I did warm-up sets and reps, but it all dependent on the day and how heavy I was going on the day. It's each to your own. You know, you do a few sets until you're comfortable, then you go into your worker sets. I walk to and from the gym. Can that count as my cardio? Yes, if you're walking very, very fast. How do you measure your rice? After cooking. I dropped 26 pounds during the last daily trainer. Thanks for the motivation and guidance. Thank you. Does snowboarding count as cardio for the plan? No. Should we count veggies since they're non-starchy carbs? No. Andrew, hey, will you be posting any recipes on your YouTube channel to help those make meals during an 8-week? Sometimes simple but effective. Well, I've already got some up there, and there's going to be more on this program as well. You'll see through the videos as we go through. What do you think about Quadralean and Transformed by Evolution? No, you need to be taking, and this isn't a marketing ploy, guys. You need to be taking cage muscle supplements, because if you want to get the results that I got, you need to do exactly what I did. And I'm not interested in taking subpar foods. I'm not interested in having a subpar workout plan. And I'm definitely not interested in taking in subpar supplements. You're not going to get the results. Yeah, you may save some cash, but you're definitely not, possibly, but you're definitely not going to, you're not going to save yourself. You're not going to be doing it. You're definitely not going to have any more benefit by doing so. You are going to go backwards. Low fat or fat free cottage cheese? I prefer fat free. Can we have white potatoes or just sweet? You can have white, but I prefer sweet. Nathan, congratulations. Thank you for the 8-week training. Must be exciting and feel great. Accomplishment with everything you've put out, mate. Your hard work and commitments is second to none. And this time you give us very much appreciate. PS, not blowing wind up your ass, just wanting you know. Thank you very much, Nathan. I appreciate it. Chuck, how do you measure your rice? After cooking. Yes, after cooking. Just like any one of my other video trainers, you'll notice I measure it after cooking. What is your preferred way of calculating lean body mass to determine? I'll go and have my body fat taken. You'll notice I went on in-body machine. So the in-body machine is my preferred way of taking it. Should we take citrulline with pre-workout to increase vascular flow? Look, some people do, but I find the pre-caged and in-caged for me is more than sufficient. I started day 1 today. Thanks for everything you do. I use your programs. I recommend to all of my applicants because I'm an army recruiter. Are you going to have any other trainers come out this year? Thank you very much, Corey. I really appreciate that. Yes, I probably will do later in the year. Can I do some lifting and cardio in the morning and in the PM a cardio session because of work? Okay, of course. Doesn't matter at all what time of day you train. I don't give a shit as long as you train and do your AM cardio and your PM cardio. Unlimited veggies on his plan. Yeah, but, you know, put your head on when you're measuring out all this food. For clean burn, do we take it with meals or pre-cardio? I've read both. Also, I have 2 bottles of your carnitine. Should I use that in addition? No, there's no need to take that in addition. However, take the clean burn 3 times a day. I normally take it just before meals. Okay, after working out in the morning, should I have breakfast and then carnitine and then pre-cage all together? While working out in the morning, should I have breakfast? Yeah, first of all, you have your breakfast, and then probably about an hour later, you take your pre-caged and your carnitine. I'm sure you've answered this question, but can you tell me why there is no audio during the workout in the first training video? A couple of people actually said that, so I went and watched that video and it worked fine, so I don't know what's going on there. What other equipment like resistance bands will we need for this trainer? You could probably use the DTP knee wraps that you can get from KrisGethin.com. The wrist wraps, the lifting wraps that you can get from KrisGethin.com as well. That's if you don't have any already. That's it. Do we count recage towards a total protein? Yes. On your training days, yes, you do. Did you do any warm-up sets? Yes, several. What is your preferred way of calculating lean body mass? In-body machine. How do you take clean burn on this plan? Exactly as the bottle states. Kris, thanks for the free trainer. You could be charging great money for it, but you don't. Cage Muscle has set the bar high. I'm a Cage Muscle supporter for life. Thank you very much, Evan. I've never really believed in charging for this content. You know, if I've been given a platform to do so, then why wouldn't I? I'd want somebody to do that to me. I know we eat carbs for the first 3 meals only. Does the actual time we stop eating the carbs matter? No, that's okay. Veggies at night are fine. Is 1.5% body fat loss per week a good goal or that a bad goal? I'm 223 with 29%. No, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. The more you've got, the more that's going to come off for sure. Do you add protein from Rica in your daily macros on the program? For training days, yes. Heart rate monitor recommendation, yes. Polar I use, or Garmin. Can you measure oats after they're cooked, or will the grams be affected by the amount of water you use? No, the oats get measured before cooking. Which resistance bands should we order? I just ordered them from Amazon. What if the machine doesn't have a squat press? What if the gym doesn't have it? Then use a Smith machine. Hello, Kris. Love your products, and I'm looking forward to starting a new trainer. Will it be an app like the old trainer? Yes, in a couple of weeks' time. Also, Kris, I saw some people mention only the first week of the 8-week hardcore trainer was up. I checked earlier, and it was only the first week. Do you know anything about it? Yes. As I said at the very start of this live feed, they will be going up week by week by week, because we're still editing. It's turned out to be a huge monster, and we've got a lot of people working on this. So we will be putting up the next episode probably Friday or Saturday. So just keep an eye on my socials, and we will do that every single week. Where are your products sold in the US? GNC and Vitamin Shop? No, they're not. From cagemuscle.com, bodybuilding.com, a lot of online retailers. You will not see us in a lot of brick and mortar retailers, because unlike other supplement companies, we would not survive if we gave up 60% margin, because our products cost a lot more to make, sometimes 4 or 5 times the amount to make than other products out there. Tell Sunshine that Uncle Chuck almost needed her to push me out of a wheelchair. Day 1 complete. Did you hear that, Sunshine? She heard it. Legs are destroyed. Coconut milk or almond milk? Doesn't matter. If my gym doesn't measure lean body weight, but I do know my body fat, is there formulation that you can use? Yeah, if you go into, I think it's the training plan, it should show you in there. If not, I'm going to have it updated. Thanks, Kris, for this training program. Is there a specific weight loss fat percent goal that I should target every week? No, because it's all dependent on your body fat, your standing body fat. So if you're starting from 10%, then you've got someone else that's starting at 50%. It's going to be completely weekly different goals. Do you foam roll before you work out the target muscles, or after? Before. Macros are recalculated based on weight loss at the start of the week. Do we need to check body fat each week as well? No, you don't. Will there be an app for this training? Yes, in about a couple of weeks' time. Kris, weightlifting used to be a chore before I started your trainers. Can't wait to smash this next one. Thank you. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. Jamie says, can we have any fruit at all? And what about high protein bread like P28 foods? No, unless it's written on my plan, you can't have it. I cycle to the gym around 20 minutes and 30 minutes to the office in the morning. Again, 30 minutes cycle from home to office. Is this enough for cardio? Yes, as long as you're cycling as non-stop, you can count that as cardio. 1.28 per pound of total body weight or lean muscle weight? Lean. It's lean body weight. Christy, confused about the drop sets. Always thought drop sets is one drop, double drop is 2, and triple drop was dropping weight 3 times. Sorry if this was asked already. Sorry, I'm getting confused about your question now, Christy. However many times that you see me drop the weight in the video series is how much I drop it. With my current weight, that's almost 3 cups at each meal. That's why I asked why. Sorry, Justin, I can't even remember what your question was. I'm getting a lot of questions here from different people here. Why can't you get clean burn in the UK? Because Gymnema sylvestre is one of the ingredients that isn't allowed in the UK. Kris, I lost 150 pounds over the 5 years, 110 in the last year and a half. I used your training principles. I sent you a video message to your Facebook page. Check it out. Thank you very much, Chuck. Alison, when I switched to Cage Muscle supplements, I was only able to get off testosterone therapy and antidepressants. Wow. Wow. Listen to this. Alison said, when I switched to Cage Muscle supplements, only then I was able to get off testosterone therapy and antidepressants. I blame other brands' contaminants for causing it. Wow, that's pretty powerful, Alison. Regardless, I'm really happy that you're getting better. Donnie, just finished up day one. I looked like a newborn deer after walking around the gym afterwards. So excited for the next 50 days, 55 days. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. Cage muscle available in stores? No, Ralph, I've already answered this. If you see a lot of supplement companies that are in most brick and mortar stores, it means that their products were produced so cheaply they were able to give up 60% margin in order to be put into those stores, because that's how much they require. Cage muscle costs a lot more to make, and if I gave up 60% margin, I'd probably be out of business in a month. I'm reading my last body matrix exam, and it's starting at lean body mass of 55 pound for body weight of 260. Does that seem accurate? No, it doesn't. Where did you order your resistance straps bands for the trainer? Amazon. Hello, Kris. Love your products and looking forward to starting a new trainer. Will there be an app? Yes, in a couple of weeks' time. Are we using fish oil and a multivitamin? Yes, you can. How many hours between meals? Doesn't matter as long as you eat them within 3 hours. Which resistance band needed from the program? You can get them from Amazon. Just ordered the crisper apple. Looking forward to trying it out. Thank you. Appreciate it, Frank. Love the product. Thank you, Joan. Mate, is this also designed for beginner? It's for beginner, advanced, male, female, young, old, everybody. I'm 185 pounds at 9% body fat. Should I still do the 2 cardio sessions? Probably, but maybe you can eat a little bit more in regards to the protein and carbs. My boyfriend wants to do the program with me, but is there a way for him to tweak the nutrition to gain more muscle? I thought maybe if he calculates his macros on total weight rather than... Yeah, he can do that by any means if he isn't bothered about body fat loss. With the fibrous carbs such as broccoli measured after cooking, also what sauces do you recommend to use? You can use a lot of the Walden Farms. Are the macros the same for both male and female? Yes. Eating as directed by the plan and still a bit hungry. Is this normal? Yes. Egg whites measured before cooking? Yes. Kris, I lost 150. I already answered that. I'm a huge hard gainer. Can I increase the carbs as long as I keep it clean? Well, why don't you follow my muscle building plan? If you wanna just talk about packing on size, follow my muscle building trainer. What can be the alternative for hack squats? Use a Smith machine. Do we need a range of resistance band, i.e. light, medium, heavy, or what? Yes, I did. Any way to calculate macros without lean body mass? Don't know my body fat. No, you'll have to go somewhere to get it done. I plan to bulk a little bit more before cutting. What changes would you recommend to the nutrition if gaining was the main goal? I'd recommend that you follow my muscle building video trainer instead. I'm doing an 8-week trainer and then contemplating either doing DTP or 4 weeks to shred following. I got amazing results from DTP training previously, but I'm looking to tone and reduce body fat. Which would you suggest? Well, you should be able to get your results after the 8-week video training, for all honesty. If not, you'll have to do the 4 weeks to shred after. Kris, I contemplated your 12-week trainer. How is this different? I don't know which 12-week trainer you're talking about. If it's the hardcore video trainer, this is much, much better because this is recorded now 7 years after the original one. A lot has changed. Supplements have changed a lot. Is recaged, in-caged, and pre-caged the main supplements in this program? What are you talking about? Go to my supplement overview video page and you'll see the complete breakdown of the supplements. Took the in-body machine test and had results at 180 pounds at just under 7%. Am I able to really see some great difference in this program? Is it going to be harder? Yeah, it's going to be harder for sure. With the nutrition plan, the carbs, 0.98, 0.5 and protein 0.8, that measuring per meal is correct. Yes, per meal. What's a good exercise to replace the glute ham raise on day 4? I don't know. That's the only one I generally do. I want to compete in classic physique since 6 months. I'm 195, 30% body fat. Should I focus on bulking and then should I hire a coach for prep? You don't have to hire a coach for prep. I used to compete without a coach. So I don't know why you can't. How do you figure lean body weight? You need to go get your body fat taken. Kris, my girlfriend had a kidney transplant. Can she drink the supplements? If not, what do you recommend? Yeah, there shouldn't be any problem with the supplements. If she doesn't have a problem with food, there's no reason why she shouldn't have any problem with the cage muscle supplements. However, I'm not a GP. I suggest that you go see your GP so he can recommend based on her particular condition. Thank you for the new program, Kris. Been with your ride on Snapchat, so I know what the ins and outs for. Love the overview videos. You're epic in that chair. Looks like you spend much time editing on those videos. I did a double order today of everything on Cage Muscle. Good night from Sweden. Thank you very much, Jonas. I really appreciate that. I personally didn't spend a lot of time as much as our video editors, our content editors, our final editors. They're the ones that have put in a lot of hard work and still continue to do so. Oh my God, that leg day was a killer. Kris, when doing elliptical, what incline and resistance do you use? Elliptical, I'll probably put on a resistance of about 10. I don't know if I use an incline. Is it normal to be feeling hungry, Kris? Yes, it is. Buddy, I can't figure out. To get a new trainer without having to register. To get a new trainer, you don't have to register. It's just there. Go to cagemuscle.com. It's there. Do you recommend any multivitamin? If yes, can we expect one from Cage Muscle? Yes, I've been taking one. God, for God knows how many months now. It should be coming out in about the second quarter of this year. With the nutrition plan, the protein 1.28 and carbs, that measuring per meal, is that correct? Yeah. Guys, there's a few of you asking the same question repeatedly, and it's wasting a lot of everybody's time because I'm rereading it. Can you please not do that? Thank you. Besides your product, what other brand would you recommend for products you don't make? Depends what you're talking about, what product you're talking about. When will we see the orange creamsicle recage? So excited for it. Just keep an eye out on my socials. How can I determine my lean body weight? You'll need to go and get your body fat taken. I hit chest Sunday, did day 1 today. Should I still hit chest tomorrow or swap day 3 or 4? No, hit it again and then just stick to the routine following. Is it normal to feel hungry? Yes. I'm so glad you love spin. If you're ever in Boston, come to my class. Thank you, Melina. I will do. I'm 65 kg, 12% body fat, and in the margin of minimum weight. Should I worry about going underweight, going calorie deficit? Depends what your goal is, mate. How do we calculate macros every week without calculating the body fat every week? Just go as your new weight loss, by your new weight loss. Are you planning on selling the Cage Muscle Stringer in the UK? It's not on the bodybuilding.com UK shop. Then go to cagemuscle.com and order it. It's available worldwide. What's your view on Mummy? I just bought a 4-month ultimate results course. Never heard of Mummy. Don't know what you're talking about. How much time between breakfast and AM cardio? Probably about an hour at least. It's called Russian Black Anabolic from Heavy Duty Systems on Facebook. Don't know what that means. Will the trainer be added to the Body Space app eventually when it's on bodybuilding.com? What's your Snapchat name so I can add you? I'm not on Snapchat anymore. I'm on Insta Stories on Instagram. Will you be coming to the Arnold Classic in Australia in 2017? Depends if somebody decides to fly me there. Really happy about the program. I'm trying to buy Clean Burn now, but it's sold out. When will you have more in stock? Have you tried cagemuscle.com? If not, bodybuilding.com. If not, any of the other online suppliers. Do your oat pancakes have a special recipe? Couldn't find any on your site. Not anything special, it's just oats, egg whites, put some syrup on there, you're happy. You can use casein within it if you want. Meant to write complete, not contemplated. Great program, intend to try a new one. Thank you very much. Where can we get a Cage Muscle Flex Fit hat? We're not making them at the moment, but we will. What truck were you driving in day 3? My Jeep. Will you be at Chicago Fit Expo? No, unless someone flies me there. would you recommend doing an 8-week workout for someone who works midnight shift? Doesn't matter when you work. Doesn't matter when you train. Will you be at the LA Fit Expo? No, sorry, won't be. For some reason, a lot of your questions have kind of paused now. What time is it?
It's 5:56.
Okay. Your plans are always great, Kris. Any reason you decided to combine chest and shoulders in this program? Just works well. How did you cook your breakfast? Because when I saw the meal plan, I couldn't get my head around the breakfast part. You just mix the egg whites and oats together, put it in a frying pan, wait until it's a pancake, and then put the topping on there. So I like to use the casein mixed as a paste as my topping now. Will the Cage Muscle baseball jersey be available to purchase at some point? Yes, probably in a couple of months' time. Starting at 1600 calories, not too low. No, depending on your goals. I have 187 lean mass. How do I get 83 grams of carbs in 3 meals? Well, spread it out over 4 then. I don't care. Thanks for the meal plan. Loving it already. No problem, Don. You are welcome. Will you be at the Arnold Classic in Columbus? Probably. Kris, if you recently had 2 herniated discs and are a bit worried about doing deadlifts and straight-legged deadlifts with enough weight to reach failure, do you suggest less weight and more reps or another workout? Maybe just try different exercises that feel fine for you. I've trained a client that's had slip discs and I haven't had a problem, but I've been there to advise them. Sorry if I asked this already, just joined. What kind of resistance band we do use for the program? I just ordered them from Amazon, you know. Right, guys, your questions have stopped coming up now. For some reason, it's paused from what I can see. So anyway, I'll probably come back on every now and again and do these live feeds. Keep an eye out on my Instagram and my socials, and I'll continue to do these Q&As, and thank you very much for your participation in this video series. You are the guys that give us the reason to put these out for you, and obviously for free. So, and also just added in this, I don't know if you've seen already, but the Cage Muscle crisp apple flavor is now released. Obviously another natural flavor. It's taken us, God, about 10 months to flavor this, so I pretty much guarantee that you're going to love it. So thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. And good luck with the video trainer. And we'll continue to uploading the weeks from week to week.